How's it going, everybody? This is Derek with Knock and Stock. Had an opportunity to go to the Fish Lake Perch Tournament this last weekend, and unfortunately ended up getting canceled because of weather conditions, which is out of everybody's control, which is fine. But when I was there, I ran into a guy who was asking me. I was drilling holes and testing depths, and I was doing it so fast. He came up and asked me how I was able to do that, and he had never heard of it. A lot of people have, but I use a little Fish Hunter Pro, and it's a great little fish finder. It's probably not. I've noticed it's probably not as accurate as your higher end ones with the big box, little flasher things for ice fishing. Those are probably a little bit more accurate, but for what it is, it does a great job. It really does. I can drill a hole, I can toss it in, it floats, so don't worry about tying it off or anything. And it pulses with sonar, and it'll tell you how deep it is pretty quick. So if I'm at Fish Lake and I want to be just outside the weed line, all I do is I drill a hole, I check. If we're 5 feet, I'm like, well, that's not right. That's just the top of the weeds. That's all it's seeing. And so then I'll just go out further, and I might get 9 feet. I might want to stay there, or I want to go a little bit deeper for trout. I'll go 30 feet. Like, oh, this is good. Let's fish around 20 to 30 feet, and that'll be good. So I use it a lot for checking depths. It's probably the biggest thing I use for it. I just have it in my pocket, hooks up with Bluetooth to your smartphone, and then you're ready to go, pretty much. Once I get everything, when I find a depth I like, set up my tent, get the stuff going, and I'll get on my. In Utah, we have 2 rods in the water, so I'll put 2 holes, 2 rods, and then I will. If I haven't seen anything, I'll throw him back in, and I'll put it on ice fishing mode, and you can check out Fish Hunter's YouTube page and check out all their different settings they help you out with, which is great. They do a good job. Anyways, this sucker is tough, by the way. I've dropped it on ice. I've taken it everywhere with me, and anytime I go fishing, it goes with me. It's not. I don't use it just for ice fishing. I use it for summer fishing. I go to Lake Powell quite a bit in the summer, and it's great for looking at the bottom, seeing where the fish are hiding. I can toss it in these coves, under some or over in some rock slides. They'll tell me where the gaps are, and I can flick my my grubs in there for bass, and yeah, it does a good job. They're relatively cheap. There's a newer model out. This is it's not the 3D model. It's the one just under that, but it's not the first gen. I think it's the second. It's the second gen. I guess they have a 3D model out now. I haven't used them, but I'm very, very impressed with this little thing. It comes with lots of different things. So you got the Hunter itself. It comes with a car charger, plugs into your cigarette lighter. Then you can also pop this out, charge it at home, right before you're ready to go. There's your plug. It takes the same. Oh no, wait a minute. This is different. So don't lose this cord, because I don't know if they even make this anymore. They used, but LG used to have this for their phones, but not anymore. And then a little dock right there. So all you do is it sits on the dock. You plug her in, just like that, and then either in your car or your house, you go to other right here, and you're ready to go. Plug her in. This will turn orange if it's not full, and then the light will actually turn green when you're charged, ready to go. The only thing that I don't like about it, it'd probably be if it's wet. This little sucker's wet and you can't get it dry, it'll run dead. So I like to, when I take it out of the water, I give it a couple of flicks, get the water off, and then I'll throw it in my pocket, my coat pocket. My coat pocket will absorb the water, usually shuts it off. But if you take it out of the water, set it on the ice, it's gonna just sit there and stay wet, and it will continue to run. It'll stay solid red. It'll flash red when your Bluetooth's hooked up to it, when it can actually see something. Your phone will hook up to it, and you'll be able to see the bottom of the lake. But if it's not hooked up and it's wet, it's going to continue to run. But it's great. I took it up I go to Fish Lake quite a bit. I go there in the summer. I troll it right behind my boat, and if I find a good school of fish, I stop, fish, jig, spoons up and down. Works great for that. If we're sitting late at night on the houseboat at Lake Powell, I'll cast it out there, and we'll just leave it out there. And it goes quite a ways. My phone can hook up with it for, gosh, I dare say 50, 60 yards. I've had it that far away from me, and my phone's still picking up the Bluetooth and telling me what's under the water. So it's great. I'll leave it on the water, and then we'll just leave my phone out there on the back of the boat, and it'll go bloop, and it's telling you it sees something. So then we'll run back out on the back of the houseboat and chuck our whatever we got on, grubs and crankbaits, whatever you have it, and we'll hook up with some smallmouth, stripers, you name it. It's kind of cheap. It's kind of a cheating little trick, but it's kind of like my little secret weapon. I have it with me all the time when I go fishing, and I just thought I'd do a quick review on it. I love it, guys. It's definitely worth it. Amazon, I've seen them for around 80 bucks for this one. I think the 3D model is a little more. Probably be worth it, actually. I'm thought about buying one. But anyway, it's great. It's great for summer, winter months. It's great just for that average fisherman that wants a little bit of an edge. Because if you're not catching anything, throw him in, and if you don't see nothing, you're not going to catch nothing. So it's time to move on. Anyways, thanks, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you would, and we'll get you some more reviews on some other products I like to use. And I hope it helps you guys out, and good luck out there.